And we've got two teams who were AFC rivals for almost 25 years. It's the Broncos and the Seahawks, and it's coming right up on EA Sports.
Renamed in late 2020, there's a look at Lumen Field here in Seattle, Washington. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, there's nothing quite like it. That feeling of beginning another NFL season. And these two squads, they're going to do just that in a moment.
And what makes it so exciting is the range of possibilities these teams have before them, because we could be seeing one of these teams earn the Lombardi Trophy in February, while the other, they could earn the #1 draft pick in April, or anything in between. And we've got the best seat in the house every step of the way.
Here we go in a rematch of Super Bowl 48. The Seahawks and Broncos are underway. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their left-handed quarterback.
All right, partner, a brand new season. With it comes a sense of unbridled optimism for every team, and of course,
they'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Caught by Patrick Laird. So the completion good for 7 there, and it'll be second down. They'll drop to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Now back to throw. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas, and that'll bring up second down. Now the first carry here for the running back. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Zach Cunningham rolling in to get the sack.
Well, they've been fighting and scratching and clawing for that first sack in the game, and it turns out to be a big one. Not just a short one right there behind the line. First one they get, 10-plus yards on a guy who has the legs to escape most of these.
The Broncos send out their punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. So here come the Seahawks now for their first drive. And they'll be led out by their 6-year quarterback.
This week, such an important one for his entire offense, but for him especially. He wants to start this new season off strong. He's got big plans for this year, wants it to be one where he finishes among the league's best while leading his team to the postseason. A strong opening week is a great start to that and can create momentum that carries over not just to next week, but the next few weeks as well. A rising tide raises all ships, and if he can start this season off strong, his offense will benefit.
Over the middle, that's caught by Rice. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. A yard all they need, but it's third down. They'll run it. Here's Lynch. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35.
3rd and 1. And we didn't see it on that run, did we? Got his shoulders square, just got right into the line of scrimmage and picked it up.
Absolutely. Picked his lane, went with it, and converted. They run again on first down, Lynch. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. They'll come up 2nd and 7. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. That ball caught. It's Rice. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 42. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Their first possession of the game, and they're already going after double coverage.
That's a nice completion that can set the tone for things to come if they're able to keep finding ways to beat what the defense is throwing at them. They look like they're confident that they can get it done.
First down, the run with Lynch. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Jackson now. That'll be caught right side by the rookie receiver. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 27-yard line. Now a give, running right is Lynch. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
Play action. It's Jackson. Escaping the press. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It'll go as a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up 3rd down. Jackson from the shotgun. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here as they've got it with a 4th down coming up.
Hey, Jack Panther, Bronco switch.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. This one a little slow to get cooking, just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. It's a short
in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial it.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Zach Cunningham in there to get him once again. That's 2 sacks for him now here on opening day. The Broncos send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. A call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. They'll set up the screen to Lynch. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Nice job by the defense figuring that play out and holding it to a short game, but I don't think the offense is going to be daunted. They actually accomplished their goal there. Now they've got them aware that they can throw a screen at them, maybe to slow the pass rush down a little bit, and they can throw it downfield.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Now it's Jackson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
The Seahawks send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. And Denver getting set to take the field. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, 1st down.
The way the game has changed a little bit is that defensive goals have changed in a big way. Nowadays, it's not so much stopping certain yardage or whatever, but it's not giving up big, explosive plays. Anything over 10 yards, you're trying to hold teams below that. When they get one against you, as we just saw there, boy, that really hurts them. It puts them back on their heels a little bit. It makes them a little bit less confident.
Here's 2nd and 8. Right side, there's Decker. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A great effort there. 41 yards. And the Broncos have taken the lead. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his 2nd season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
Prater for the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Here we go on the return from the 1-yard line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
2 minutes to play in this first half, 7-3 our score. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both looking for Baldwin, intercepted. And some room to maneuver. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did and came through with a big-time pick six.
Now Prater to add the PAT. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Looking left side, and it's complete. He's to the 15. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A big play there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
Partner, you know what the real key is to stopping a good passing attack?
You tell me.
Being able to tackle as soon as a guy catches the football.
Didn't work out there.
No, because when you give up the big run after catch, the rack yardage, that puts your defense in a big-time stressful position.
A lot of rack yardage and a touchdown there on the big play. Extra point right down the middle, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. Well, now how about this return? He's to midfield. Still going past the 30. And he will score. Touchdown, Broncos. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. Extra point good by Prater, and that makes it a 21-10 game. And what a job there by all 11 on the kick return. The blocking excellent, the return excellent. The result, 6 points. So let's try this again. After the kick return, TD, here's yet another kickoff. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Seahawks take back over. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
He's going to get this out to Marshawn Lynch. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. He's going to air this out for Baldwin. It's caught inside the 25. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A great play there. With his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Seahawks get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And he's got it to make this a 21-17 game. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it all culminates with a Seattle score. The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Broncos going to go on offense now late in this first half. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. 2nd and 5. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Here's 3rd and a few inches.
They're going to look to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Broncos first down, as that'll be a pickup of about 5 as they convert on 3rd and inches.
Now a timeout called for by the offense. Again, he'll drop to throw. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawks defense.
Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to it. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another, because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll get started out at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, where it was the visiting Ravens who were able to come in and take this one on the road. Joe Flacco, 2 touchdown passes, as his guys are able to get the victory in their season opener. From there, we head to Hard Rock Stadium to check on the Dolphins at home in Miami. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting Jacksonville Jaguars. Chad Henne, 2 touchdown passes, as his guys are able to get the victory in their season opener. We saw a couple of high-octane offenses getting it done in the first half. Both teams had no problems moving the football. And you'd have to think, the team whose defense shows up in the second half is going to be the one who walks out of here with a victory.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Seahawks offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And we'll take you through some of the highlights here. You'll notice he had a hand in a lot of them so far. He's got this offense rolling right now.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Jackson now off the bootleg. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. They go play action with Jackson. And this throw will be intercepted.
And the Broncos are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it.
and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. They'll set up to throw. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd.
I'm sure a lot of time was spent in the locker room, Charles, with talking with his defense about setting a tone here in the 3rd quarter when you're down on the scoreboard. A sack like that, maybe that can get them going.
Yeah, you have to believe exactly what you just said, that they got together and said, let's be some change agents here. Let's go ahead and turn things around. Let's be the force that gets us going here in the second half and puts us in a position to find a way to win the game.
A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
3rd and 8.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 to Thomas. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
From the 20, here's 2nd down and 2.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
43 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run...
And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. It's their quarterback, keeping it himself from a yard out. And they are able to add on to their advantage. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
And after the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Oh, a good return up past the 30.
And a nifty return there all the way across the 40. The Seahawks again now ready to take over on offense. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And that is incomplete.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested, and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
It's Miller, complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. So offside's the call, and they understandably declined it.
And this is why we're seeing more and more teams hiring that one coach to the staff that's in charge of all these things. This one's minor. It's pretty easy to figure out. But all the game management stuff, trying to help out the head coach in his decision-making process.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. Play action. Now Jackson. That one caught by Rice. And this is going to be another first down as they make the tackle at the Broncos' 12-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Throwing is Jackson. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front and getting to him. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking them.
Here's Jackson. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play.
Well, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout.
Flushed out right. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
He certainly did his best to find something on that run, but there just wasn't enough time to make it happen. Nice effort there, avoiding the sack and getting back to the line of scrimmage. That one certainly could have ended up worse.
And this one is right through. And that'll make this an 8-point game.
So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the third quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send a message that says, hey, we're not going away.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the fourth.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. They'll look to throw. And the Seahawk defense gets to him and they bring him down. Anthony Barr comes rumbling in for the sack.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Fielded at the 33. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Seahawks offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes the right read seemingly every time.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Credit the sack to Von Miller.
When you spend your first-round pick on a pass rusher, you are absolutely counting on him to be an impact player. And there you go. Right away, he gets to the quarterback.
And guess what? Likely the first of many that we're going to see from that young man. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's complete. He's got Lynch out of the backfield. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. The Seahawks send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback.
Denver's offense ready to go again. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Just because you've got the lead in the 4th, it doesn't mean you have to play it safe. I like the aggressive play call there to push it downfield. That time, it didn't work out.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
Now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
DJ Jones
able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that will bring up 4th down. The Broncos send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And out will come the offense as they take over.
This offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes. And he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long.
And the Broncos get there and take him down. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now it's Jackson. Throw left side complete. That's Lynch. It'll go as a gain of 4. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14.
Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
They set up the screen to Lynch. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40.
Well, they certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
Here's 1st and 10.
Here's Jackson to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Rice. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now Jackson. Targets Miller here on the out route. He's got him. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Here comes second down. Jackson. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down. Here's Jackson. He's got his running back out of the backfield. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as